everybody! So, welcome back. Today we're going to be making Middle-earth shepherd's pie. Now, the inspiration for this one is The Lord of the Rings, where, you know, if you go to any little inn or anything like that, you might have like pastries or pies or soups, stews, you know, and definitely something like a shepherd's pie, something that's a bit heartier. You can get a whole whack of nutrients in one, but it's quick and easy to make. Yes, bud?
And it's not with, the shepherd's pie is not with the crust, it's just stuff blobbed in.
That's right, yes. It's not with the crust, it's just all blobbed in. I like that. Good job. Alright, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelly Ryan, and I'm the head nerd mom with Nerd Mom Nutrition. And of course, I've got my two little sous chefs with me today. And luckily, I get lots of hugs while I'm. All right. No, it's good. Okay, so one great thing I like about this recipe is everything pretty much ends up just going in one pan or one casserole dish. As you can see, there's a lot of different colors, which means that you're getting a lot of different nutrients. So we'll go through that in a little bit. As per usual, I have everything pre-prepped just to save on time and make things easier. So here in the pot, I have 4 sweet potato, already peeled, cut up, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it, yeah. And I've got some water and just some sea salt and Himalayan pink salt in it. Now, you're going to see me, I generally tend to use a mix of sea salt and Himalayan pink salt, and you might wonder why. So here's the nerding out part for you, but they both have different properties, right? So they're both salt, but Himalayan pink salt a lot of times might have some magnesium in it, whereas sea salt has iodine and might have selenium. This one actually has, this is a Celtic sea salt, a light gray Celtic sea salt. I've never seen this one before. But yeah, this one actually has iron in it. So depending on the different types of salt you use even, you might be getting different nutrients. So that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to put on, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the sweet potato because I want this boiling and cooked so that I can mash it around the time when everything else is ready. Can you carry it? It's a bit heavy. Here, I'll come with you, okay? I got it. Yeah?
Can I do this?
We will see. Right now, we're just going to do this much. All right. So we'll put on okay, so we're going to get that boiling. Now, the next thing we're going to do, so I'm going to take, your job, should you choose to accept it, is to, you're going to spread around the avocado oil. I like using avocado oil over olive oil when I'm cooking because it has a higher burn rate. So what it basically means is it's a little bit more protected, like it doesn't burn quite as easily. I believe the burn rate's around 400 or 425 maybe. So yeah, if I was making a salad, if I was making a dressing for a salad, awesome honey, thank you. If I was making a dressing for a salad, I would use olive oil. For cooking, I prefer avocado oil. It's just a bit more of a robust oil. There you go. You brush that around. We need a stool for you, don't we? Okay. Oh, and so that's some oil to just so that our casserole doesn't stick. I'm also going to put a little bit of oil into our frying pan. Yes, honey?
Avocado oil.
Avocado oil, that's right. So these are healthy oils. They've got healthy properties. The lid doesn't want to go back on. There we go. What's wrong? You good? Okay. Put that over, start getting that heated up. Now, the potatoes I'm going to put on, you know, a high heat. Just 1 second. Okay, I'll tell you when to do it. The potatoes or the sweet potatoes I'm going to put on a high heat to get them boiling. The avocado oil for everything else, I am going to put that on about a medium heat. You want it hot enough to fry, but not to burn. So, actually, you know what we can do? I'm going to bring the pan over. Don't touch it because it might be a little bit hot, but if you want, you can put the garlic in. So here we've got a tablespoon of garlic. I like putting the garlic in first so that it's a bit more fragrant and it's not raw. Yep.
I want to do this.
Okay, so we don't need to do that yet. So do you want to do the garlic or whole air?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I used your hand. So don't touch the pan. Okay. Just here you go. You might need that just to scrape it out. I'll wait here with you. Here, careful. You don't want it to splash up. Okay. Don't use this to scrape it out. There you go. And carefully don't touch the pan. Okay. That's good. Okay, that's good. Do you want to put that over there? Excellent. Okay. So, that was the garlic. I have 1 medium onion already diced and 2 ribs of celery. So we're going to put those in the pan next. And then here I have 1 parsnip and 3 carrots diced. Now, the great thing about this recipe is you really can kind of make it your own, to tell you the truth. Like, if you really like onion, put in more onion. If you don't like parsnip very much, then put in less parsnip. This was actually 2 parsnips because I had 2 at home and they were fairly small, so I was like, whatever, I'll stick the other one in. So it really is like this is one of those recipes that you really can make your own, but you can get so many different nutrients in it. So who wants to do the lentils?
Me, no.
Not you? Okay. So the lentils, we're going to put the lentils in. These lentils have already been, they're just canned lentils, canned in a BPA-free can. And the reason is, I mean, we've all heard of BPA. A lot of cans are still lined with, okay, oh, that's good, just put it over. A lot of cans can still be lined with BPA, so I try and get BPA-free ones. You want to smooth it out with the spoon. So I've already rinsed and drained those, so they're good to go. Just spread it around. That's it, just like this. There we go. You just kind of want an even coat, that's all. Okay, keep going. Alright, that is not quite heated up. I'm going to turn up the temperature a little bit, I think. Here we go. So maybe medium to medium high. Now, another tip I have, which is really cool, something that we do a lot of times where we actually lose a lot of nutrients is peeling our vegetables. So, here's a hack for you. What I do, I wash my vegetables, so the sweet potatoes, the carrots, parsnip, and celery. I wash all those, and then when I peel them, cut off the ends, I save that, and I put it in a bag, stick it in the freezer. And when the bag is full, oh no, I'm going to need that again. When the bag is full, then I make a stock out of it, right? So you're then getting all those wonderful nutrients back. And I mean, you can use your stock for, to cook with rice or whatever, to make a soup out of. So the other thing, basically all I do is I take my clippings, put it in a pot with a big pot of water. I'll add some spices. Some of my favorite spices are rosemary, parsley, bay leaf. Bay leaves are really, really good for you, believe it or not. Oregano, basil. You could put in some thyme if you wanted. If you're making a chicken stock, what I do is when I roast a chicken, I keep the carcass, stick the carcass in the bag, and then same thing, put the carcass in the pot, and you can add some poultry spices if you want, and you just boil it for a few hours and then strain it out and stick it in little containers and freeze it, and you've got chicken stock, right? So it's basically free stock that you're using, you're getting, because there's so many nutrients in a lot of the skins and stuff that we really are losing. So that's what I like to do. I like to save it and then make it into a stock, so you're getting some of those nutrients back, and it's free, which is awesome. All right, so we can hear this is now sizzling. Stay back because that's burning a bit. And turn it down just a little. And I'm going to add in my onions and celery. Ooh, it's burning a lot. There we go. It's all right. All right. So I'm going to let the onions and celery just cook for a little bit, just to try and make them soft. Then I'm going to add my parsnip and carrots. And here I have tamari and Worcester sauce. So tamari is basically just wheat-free soy sauce. So for any of us who can't have gluten, it's great for that purpose. Now, yeah, what is it?
One thing to make sure that you can identify both of the Worcester and the tamari, like one smells different, the other smells different. So, like this one is tamari.
Maybe it smells a bit saltier.
And it smells a bit, saltier. Yeah. And this one, it smells a bit like sweeter and sour.
And so that's the Worcester.
The Worcester.
Awesome. Good lesson. All right, so I'm going to add in the carrots and the parsnip. I'm going to add in the Worcester and the soy sauce. And one thing I like. Yeah, you can do the soy sauce. One reason why I like the soy sauce is it's fermented, and not that you want a huge amount because it is salty, but fermented foods are really good for you, good for your digestion. So I do like to use, sorry, it's not soy sauce, it's tamari. We try and have a good bit of fermented foods regularly because they're really good. All right, so we're going to cook that, and we will be back in a minute. Hi. All right, we're back. No, you don't need to smile, I guess. Okay, we're back. So, as you can see, I've got the veg cooked and I've got the sweet potato cooked. So the veg I cooked probably about for 5 minutes. You know, you just want it slightly soft because it is actually going into the oven. I do have the oven preheated at 350 degrees. So, you know, everything's going to keep cooking. Now, next, here's a tip for you. So here I've got some kale. A lot of people don't like kale because it can be hard to chew. So what I do is I take my kale and I actually it's called massaging, but you're basically, all you're doing is you're breaking down the fibers a bit.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure.
Me
so
too?
you just you're just kind of squeezing it to break down the fibers a bit.
What are fibers?
Fibers are the bits in the food. Well, fiber is really good for your digestion, but it's bits in your food that, like for this, is very fibrous, so it's harder to chew. It kind of holds stuff together, you know. So, but most vegetables have fiber in them.
I'm next in line.
Yeah, you're next in line. While you're doing that, I'm gonna mash the sweet potato. So, just 1 second, bud. So while she's doing that, I'm gonna mash the sweet potato. So same thing, the sweet potato, you just want to cook it long enough so that you can mash it.
Can I try some kale?
Yeah.
Me too.
You've had kale before.
I know, but I like it.
I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect. You know, just a rough mash even is fine. It's just
And I'm just waiting.
okay. yeah, your turn, buddy. Let him in there.
I'm in next. Hello. Hello. Double-headed person. Yeah, I'm a double.
All right.
And double hand.
I think that's
I'm
good.
a fourth hand. Thanks for helping me, fourth hands.
All right. Okay, I think that's mashed enough. Okay, that's good, guys. All right, I'm gonna just quickly see. Yeah, that's pretty good. It almost looks a little bit like it looks just like a little bit wilted. You know, not that you want to. Well, you don't want to buy wilted kale, but now this is going to be so much easier for us to eat. So that is 2 cups of kale there that we've now got wilted down. All right, so I'm going to take the veggies. I'm going to put the veggies into our casserole dish. This looks good. So yeah, I didn't really like the onions and the celery are cooked fairly soft, but the carrots and the parsnip, and the same thing. If you like turnip, you can put turnip in. You can. This is actually a great fall recipe. But yeah, you can really put almost anything you want in. So I didn't cook the parsnip and carrot to be super soft because, like I said, it is going to keep cooking. All right, when we put it in the oven. Next, I'm going to add the kale. Would either of you like to add the kale? You can add the kale. Do you want to be the cheese person?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Orange cheese.
just spread out the kale. Then now the veggies are hot. So just spread out the kale so that it kind of covers everything. There we go.
Anybody want cheese?
Now the cheese that we're using, it's actually an aged Parmesan. If you can't have dairy, then you might want to omit the cheese. Okay, that's good. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm going to tell you what to do now in a second. So, if you can't have dairy, you may want to omit the cheese. You know, different people handle different things. I can't handle a lot of dairies, but I seem to be fine with like European parm, and I seem to be fine with goat cheese. I don't know, but that's just me. So if you can't handle dairy, then just omit the Parmesan cheese. So instead of just taking the parm on, what I want you to do is I want you to take it by your hands and sprinkle it on. Okay? Pay attention. Look what you're doing. So that we can get it a little bit of everywhere. There you go. Yeah. Here, why don't you lay your bowl right there? Lay the bowl down. There you go. And then just sprinkle it in all over the place. Good. Excellent. That's going to be good. Okay, so then the last thing we have to do is just put the sweet potato on top and we'll pop it into the oven. All right. What? Yeah. Okay, how about I finish this off, all right? Good job, bud. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Awesome. This is going to be good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to just pop the sweet potato on top. Now, one thing I want to mention while I'm doing this is there's a lot of nutrients in this recipe. So, as you can see, we have lentils, which have plant protein. They have iron, B vitamins. We've got onions, garlic, carrots, parsnip, kale, Parmesan cheese, which parm has lactobacillus probiotics in it. And we've got sweet potato. So this is chock full of nutrients. And anybody who knows me knows that I like having something green and something orange together every day because they work really well together. Some of the other nutrients that you'll find in this are, there's calcium, like I said, iron, folic acid, which is really good for mommies who want to have babies. Vitamin C, E, vitamin A, lots of B vitamins, selenium, zinc, There's a ton of phytonutrients, potassium, beta-carotene, magnesium. Magnesium is great to help you sleep, so if you have trouble sleeping, magnesium is fantastic for that. Selenium, manganese, copper. It's very, very high fiber. It's got some trace amino acids. There's thiamine, niacin, pantothenic acid, and I mean that's just to name some of it. Like there's so much more. So super healthy, super full of vitamins and minerals and delicious. All right, so we're going to put that in the oven now. I'm going to bake it at 350 for about a half an hour, and then we'll be right back. Hey, all right, so now we've got our Middle Earth shepherd's pie already cooked. I'm ready to go, so we are just going to scoop it up and into the bowls. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but it is nice and colorful. You can see all the different layers. And this is going to be delicious. Yes, buddy?
Why don't you have plates?
Because we're going to use bowls today for something different, because I think they'll just fit better in bowls. Alrighty. So, this is going to be absolutely delicious. Like I said, full of different nutrients. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. If you've gone and checked out any of our other recipes, we've done quite a few. We've done the draft of peace. We've done
Golden snitches.
golden stitches.
Jabba the hummus.
Jabba the hummus, yeah.
The Wookiee cookies.
The Wookiee cookies, that was a fun one. We've done the Moana skewers. Today is the Middle Earth shepherd's pie. Next week we are going to have chocolate frogs. Ooh. All right, I want to say thank you very much for joining us. Go check out some of our other videos. We do try and post weekly, and make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any. Alrighty, the recipe for this will be on my website, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye bye. This is going to be good.